Welcome back, shop rats. Today we've got just a little upgrade to the shop. We don't have our new stuff yet, but that's supposed to be coming next week. So it's taken a little longer than I expected, but I completely understand that life is busy because my nephew is planting fields right now and trying to get the crops in. And well, the weather hasn't been cooperating. But anyway, I got a little piece of equipment from my brother-in-law yesterday, something to help improve things in the shop a little bit. And you know how sometimes you have those things in your shop that they're simple things, and if you told people they bothered you or you were annoyed by them or you just struggled to deal with them, they would laugh at you and say, oh, get over yourself. Well, I kind of have one of those things, and it's just kind of one of those, I don't know why, it's just one of those mental things that all of us have about certain things. No rhyme or reason. It's not logical. It's completely emotional, and I get it. But anyway, hopefully this is going to help improve that situation. So you watch the show intro while I go get it, and we'll be right back in just 5 seconds. I'm Mike.
This is My Cars Shop.
So what we have here is a LiftMaster Professional Line Formula One or Formula I don't know which, Whisper Drive garage door opener. I don't know what it is. Since we put that inner door in, I always feel like opening the doors up to the shop and moving cars in and out has become more complicated because I have that styrofoam piece to deal with and yada, 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 yada. I know it's silly. It's like it's just a door, but there's something about it that I'm always just like, ugh. I realized a while ago that being able to just push a button and have the overhead door open up would make life a lot simpler, and it's a luxury. I know that, first world problems. But my brother-in-law just bought a new house, and we were gutting the house for him yesterday, and he had purchased a new garage door opener for the house, and he said, hey, if you want that old one, take it. It's missing the belt. I don't even know if it works. I haven't really looked at it. So that's what we're going to do today is diagnose this garage door opener and see if we can make it work, and then what parts we need to order. It's all part about spending the day here in the shop with me, and this is what we're doing today. So I've got it plugged in, and it's got a set of eyes that are looking at each other here. The safety eyes, you know, there's probably a way to bypass that completely, but it's pretty ingenious what they did. And I believe that touching these two terminals together here should make it close or open. I'm not thinking we have any power here at the moment. Why don't we have any power? Maybe the breaker's not on. Well, let's put it there. Yep, the breaker wasn't on. Okay, let's spin you up here and see if my theory is correct. Okay, it's not working. Maybe these eyes aren't lined properly. Let's try to bend those in place and see what happens. Make sure that they're really looking at each other. Yep. That's all it was. These eyes were a little kinked off. We got problems inside though. The motor's running, but the drive gear's not spinning. So let's take it apart and see what's going on, and I probably better unplug it so it stops. Glad the motor runs though, that's progress. So what I did, just so you know, these eyes they're taped together, but they were bent. So I straightened them out. I shorted the terminal that what I thought was for the switch to make the garage door work, and it works, but it doesn't drive. You can hear that it's something stripped in here. So let's pull it apart and see what we got going on. I do know that the drive belt that goes from here down to the other end is about $40. This may not be worth fixing once we see what's going on inside. Maybe it's a simple fix. I don't know. We're going to find out together, because that's what My Car Shop is all about. It's not just about car repair. It's about whatever it takes to do the work we're doing in the shop as we do it. You know what? I don't know how this comes apart. I would assume, and that was my mistake, is assuming. I'm going to have to do some cogitating. I'll be right back. Upon further inspection, I found that there's 2 screws in here that have to be taken out to get that. I'm assuming this bottom comes off, but these middle screws here, there we go. I took the one out of the other side and it came alive. Now, there we go. Okay, good. That's what I suspected. We have a plastic worm gear that is toastier than a toasty thing. Now the question is, why is it toasty? That gear there is okay, which I think is that's the adjustment for increasing how far it goes down and increasing how far it comes up. So that's the fine-tuning adjustments. So those 2 are okay. We got plastic everywhere in here, along with some other kind of tasty goodness over there. We'll have to blow that out. Everything else looks good, but this plastic gear here is wasted, so I'm wondering how we get that out. If it's a serviceable part. I would think it would have to be a serviceable part. Look at all that plastic fallout. Yeah, it looks like this piece comes. There's 2 pins that hold that on there. I'm really concerned about what happened that it shredded that. The worm gear on the motor looks good. Don't see any wear on that. Let me see if I can spin that here. There we go. Yeah, that worm gear looks fine to me. We'll pull this apart and see what we got going on. I just got to figure out how to get it apart. It looks like there's 3 5/16 bolts, and then it looks like we'll have to drive 1 pin out maybe. I'm not sure. I guess I'll figure that out and you'll be back. And here's the gear that's wasted right here. The worm gear on the back side that you really can't see up in there looks good. So hopefully we can service this part. But let's get it apart first. There's our part. There were 3 screws holding this on to the case. And there was this little plastic clip holding this gear on up here that had to come off so that that shaft could slide out of this housing. This gear looks good. I think the inner gear, I think that looks good. We may price it if it's only a couple bucks. We may get it anyway. I'm going to go down here where I can see better. Yeah, that gear looks fine. I don't see anything wrong with it at all. All right, I'm going to get online and see what the powers that be say if this stuff is even available. I'm guessing it is. The belt is available, so hopefully the service parts are also. Well, what I can see is it looks like the gear kits are available for it, although not from the manufacturer. It looks like there's only aftermarket replacement. It looks like one place I can get just the gear. It's about 10 bucks. Most every place else offers the worm gear and that bigger gear, which makes sense, and some bushings and stuff, and it's like a $17 kit. I looked again. It looks like the belts are about 40 bucks. So I need to make a decision. I got to cogitate for a while. I'm not good at it, so it's going to take me some time. Whether or not I want to spend that or just look for another garage door opener. Obviously, if I could find another one like this and have this one for parts, that would be great. I haven't looked around to see what's on Marketplace, but I see garage door openers around all the time. So maybe I won't fix this one. But the motor does work, so it'd be nice to maybe run across another one that was functional and just have this for spare parts. But the one gear that is probably the one that's going to wear the most is the one that's bad in this. So I don't know if it makes any sense. But it was fun to tear it apart, to look at it, to determine what it needs, and I'm probably just going to pop it back together again so I don't lose anything as I make decisions. I just did a quick look on my phone, and it's very specific to the model number of this specific LiftMaster. The parts are different according to what I see based upon the model. Some are chain drive, some are belt drive, yada, yada, yada. So anyway, that's where it's at. So I'm going to stick it back together again, and we'll just stick it up in the warehouse for now until I make an ultimate decision on what I'm going to do with it. So as always, it's about spending the day here in the shop. I said it isn't a real fun, exciting episode today, but it's what I was working on, and that's what I'm sharing with you. So thanks for being here. There'll be more coming on the garage door opening saga, I'm sure. Yeah, isn't it fun? Now I learned some stuff, so I enjoy this kind of stuff. I really do enjoy taking other people's trash and seeing if I can fix it, which there's no doubt I can, and but making sense out of whether it's cost effective or if I could buy somebody else that has one for $25, then it doesn't make any sense at all. You know what I'm saying? So I'll keep watching my local Habitat for Humanity restore, and I'll look in other places around. And who knows, tomorrow I may be driving to work and there'll be one sitting on the side of the road because it's trash day. So it's the way it works. All right. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. And we will catch you on the next one. Just remember, I am the Eternal Scrouge. And I love to rock.